Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how can you load the data from your Excel or CSV file into the SQL table. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on my SQL Server Management Studio and I'm in this database, and there's a sales table which I created, and if I run the select statement from that sales table, I have this many records that you can see, and I'm gonna truncate this data, truncate this table, and then make the table empty, and then bring this data again from my local machine where this CSV file exists. Okay, so how can you bring that into the table? Okay, so first of all, when there's this data, you want to bring it into the table, you have to create the table with the same column headers first. And that's what I did first. Create table, name of the table, and all these column headers, you have to have that matching from your CSV or Excel file. Okay. And then once you do that, then only you can bring your data from CSV file into this table. Okay, so let me truncate this table now. So let me do, so the table is empty, truncate table cells. And if I execute this one, command is completed successful. And if I look into the data on that table, select all from this table and execute the code, as you can see, the table is now empty because I just ran the truncate statement. So the table is empty. Now I'm going to show you where my CSV file is at. So this is my CSV file, and I have this many data, which is 120 records. You can see right here, 121 counts, which is 120 records. So this data I'm going to load into the that SQL table, which is the sales table, this one. So how can you do that? So right here on the database, I'm going to right click and then go to task and then import data. Click on this one, and this wizard box will come up, and you're going to hit next, and it's asking choose the data source. Where is your data source? This is what the wizard is asking me, and I'm going to select flat file source because that is my CSV is part of flat file. And you can also bring text file. If it is a text, is also considered as a flat file. So now it's asking me what is the file name, where is it? So I'm going to click on this browse, go to my this is my folder. I have to select CSV. Here is my file, open. And let's go ahead and check the columns here on the second option, and the columns will be showing as is now. Looks good. Advanced, there's nothing you need to do. And on the final preview, and this is what it's going to look like when it loads the data. Okay, and data looks clean, no worries. And I'm going to hit next, and it's asking choose destination. Where do you want to send that file? This is what it's asking me now. And I need to drop down and click on, let's find the SQL Server. There is a Microsoft OLE DB provider for SQL Server. This is what I'm going to select. You can do the same if you have one or you're following with me. So Microsoft's OLE DB provider for SQL Server. And this is going to show my SQL Server name, and that is correct. And it's also showing me the database name, and that's correct. That's where I want to load my that's where my table is in this database. That is correct. No need to do anything now. So click on next, and it is saying select source tables and views, or where is the table in that database, right? And this is the table. This is the table I want to load it. You can click on edit mapping to double check to see if the data type needs to be updated or if there's any issues. And I'm good with the data type. Say okay to this one, click on next. And now this is giving me a little warning here. As you can see, there's a little yellow warning saying potential lost conversion from DT string to integer is because in the source data type is in CSV. This is what the source data type for, let's say, for order ID and order date. And in my destination table, my order ID is integer and order ID is date. And there won't be issue. Just warning me, it's not actually an issue. And same thing with the other fields here, because I changed them into integer and float, so this should be good. And click on next. It's just a warning saying, hey, the data type does not match, pretty much, but I know this will not be an issue. So click on next right here. And on this wizard here, it says run immediately. If you want to save the package, you can save this and run later, but I want to run this immediately, so check that box. Click on next and click finish to perform the actions. That's what it is saying. I'm going to click on finish, and these are being success, and it says 120 rows transferred, and this, you can see this is success. Close on this button. Let's run this execute statement from the table, and there you go. Now the data has been loaded, and as you can see, upper right corner, 120 records. And that's how you load your data from from your CSV or any other flat file. Or also it works a similar way. If you have Excel file, also you can do the same. So pretty easy, huh? Remember, before you load that, you have to make sure to remember to create the table with the same headers, okay? Otherwise this is not going to work. All right, hopefully that helps. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channels. That really motivates me to make more videos. And thanks again for watching. Have a great day.